Welcome to today's evening news wrap up, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. In a significant development, Special Counsel Jack Smith has resigned from the Department of Justice. This comes just before the inauguration of Donald Trump, raising questions about the timing and implications of his departure. Outraged LA residents call for immediate recall of Mayor Karen Bass over wildfires as petition hits over 65,000 signatures. A recent study found that vegetarians who consume plant based meat alternatives have a 42% increased risk of depression compared to those who don't. The study also linked these products to higher blood pressure and inflammation markers. Despite initial enthusiasm, consumers' interest in plant based meats has waned, and research has questioned their health and environmental benefits. Ukraine has captured injured North Korean soldiers in Russia, with President Zelensky sharing photos of the detainees. The development adds a new layer of complexity to the ongoing conflict in the region. Back in the United States, the House has passed a bill to protect Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu from ICC prosecution. Representative Massey dissented, arguing that the U.S. should not get involved in disputes between other countries, and I 1000% agree with that. In the tech world, Zuckerberg warns of an emasculated society, criticizing the Biden administration's approach. This statement has sparked a heated debate about the role of technology and government in shaping societal norms. A small town America uh, small town America is fighting back against globalists who have flooded their towns with Haitian migrants. There's a town in Pennsylvania. A class action lawsuit is being organized to address the perceived injustices and reclaim local control. Bird flu cases have been detected across the Delmarva poultry industry, marking the first case of H5N1 at a Maryland commercial poultry farm. This outbreak raises concerns about the potential impact of the food supply. In the legal arena, a judge has ruled that American Airlines' ESG tainted 401k breaches fiduciary duty to workers. The defendants failed to investigate BlackRock's ESG investment activities, leading to this significant legal decision. Musk X should be banned in Poland during the election campaign, according to a state-run TV host. This controversial statement has ignited a debate about the influence of social media on political processes. Goldman Sachs warns of upside risks in natural gas prices due to a cold January and record LNG demand. Sub-zero temperatures are forecast in more than 35 states over the next 2 weeks. BlackRock has exited the UN-backed Net Zero Climate Pact, signaling a shift in its approach to climate-related investments. This move has sparked discussions about the future of so-called sustainable finance. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, thieves have taken advantage of the chaos caused by wildfires to steal Humvees, prompting a swift response from law enforcement. That is wild. In a concerning development, the Justice Department um, is seeking the release of a report on Donald Trump, which has been blocked by a judge's order. The legal battle underscores the ongoing scrutiny of the president-elect's actions. In a humanitarian gesture, 70 firefighters from Mexico have arrived in California to assist in battling the wildfires. This international cooperation underscores the global nature of disaster response efforts. In a legal update, the Supreme Court appears skeptical of TikTok's free speech arguments as it considers a law that could potentially ban the app. In this case, highlights the ongoing debate over digital privacy and freedom of expression. In a tragic update, the Los Angeles County Sheriff has reported nearly a dozen deaths due to the wildfires, with the number expected to rise. In a proactive measure, California Attorney General Rob Bonta has warned against price gouging during the state of emergency. This legal action aims to protect vulnerable residents from exploitation during the crisis. Steve Bannon has called on Amy Coney Barrett to be removed from the Supreme Court, labeling her a disgrace for her recent decisions. And I definitely agree with Bannon on this. This comes as a shock to many, given Barrett's prominent role in the judiciary. Um, Walmart has issued a recall of over 12,000 cartons of their Great Value brand chicken broth due to potential contamination. Consumers are advised to check their purchases and return any affected products. In more political news, discussions are heating up around the state and local tax or SALT cap. Republicans are pushing to make their voices heard as former President Trump seeks a reconciliation bill. Rapper NBA YoungBoy, also known as Kentrell Deshaun Golden, has been granted a release date from prison in July 2025 as part of a plea deal. Fans are eagerly awaiting his return to the music scene. I'm not really a big fan of his music. Jack Smith has resigned from the Department of Justice. His resignation was revealed in a court filing submitted to U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon, marking the end of his tenure. Seattle has welcomed dozens of displaced animals fleeing the California wildfires. Local shelters are stepping up to provide care and support for these pets in need. Vice President Kamala Harris's neighborhood is under threat as the Los Angeles fires shifts eastward. New evacuation orders have been issued for much of the affluent Brentwood community. The Supreme Court is set to review a policy that forgave $17 billion in student loan debt. This policy aims to simplify the process for borrowers defrauded by their colleges to seek loan forgiveness. Well, that's it for today's evening news wrap up. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.